Hi guys, welcome to the Ozone. I'm super excited to start this channel, but also at the same time highly terrified. One, because I do not like taking videos of myself, and two, I do not like listening to myself. I think I sound weird, but this year I told myself I would jump out of my comfort zone. I would do something to try to reach people and help them better their financial situation. And I don't really know how I want to do that, but this is a start to doing that. As you can see, I am currently in my bathroom. Why, you may ask? Because I don't really know where to film it in my apartment. Everything, it's just, I don't even know. It's not set up well to film, and I don't really have a tripod or anything like this. I'm literally on my phone. This right here is my current setup. But I told myself that it didn't matter. Didn't matter if I didn't have a tripod. Didn't matter where I was at in my house. I needed to start today. And that was one of the goals. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it today. But today we are going to mainly talk about goal setting for the new year. And I know you're thinking, ew, another one of these new year, new me videos. No, I don't really like that. Some of these things some of the goals that I've set for myself, I've already started taking steps on implementing them. I've already started some of them. I just want to hold myself accountable. So I've written them down, and I kind of go over them every once in a while to be like, okay, am I actually doing this? Am I taking these steps to continue to move forward instead of setting these goals and then a month into it, like, oh, I never did any of that. One thing that has really pushed me to do this is, as we know, 2020 been kind of a poop year, but I can also say I've gotten a lot out of it. In 2020, I started on quarantine. I started following all these financial Instagrams. And one of them was Defining Wealth. And I had a conversation with him. Tyler is his name. Had a conversation with him about kind of what I wanted to do. I've always wanted to help people, if they need help budgeting, let's budget. Let's figure it out together. Or anything like that. I've always wanted to do that. I just didn't know what avenue to do it. And I've wanted to start learning about investing because I am almost debt free. Woo woo. And I feel like I really need to step my game up and get into investing, but I need to learn about it more. So that is some things we're going to talk about here. But here's some things I learned in 2020 following these Instagrams. One of the big Instagrams that I've been following and getting this stuff from is Defining Wealth and Billionaire Playbook. I'll link them down below. But so these are some things that they've said, and really, I was like, ooh, I never thought of it like that, but that is so true. And one of them was, you need to create more than one source of income, whether that's having a side gig, investments that produce dividends, or just anything that will get you, like I said, more than one source of income, because we are only one shutdown, one job layoff, one mistake from losing the only source of income we have. And then what do you do after that? So that's something that really was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Also, I'm starting this, and I know that, when I first start this, it's going to start slow. It's going to take me a long time to build, but you have to keep grinding. Anything that's worth doing is going to take some time to grow. So whatever you're doing, whether it's a side gig, growing a YouTube, growing an Instagram, anything like that, keep grinding. Another one that I learned was find someone who does kind of what you do and learn from them. So I followed them, I followed them on Instagram to try to get some tips. But am I going to go be a photocopy of them and also have an Instagram? No, because that's not what I want to do. I want to do YouTube. So find somebody who does what you do, but don't be a photocopy of them, okay? Make your own, make it your own, do your own thing. And then what I have written down is, what's your 5 a.m.? So I was reading this book by Dave Ramsey, or not by Dave Ramsey, it's one of his personalities, Jonica. It's called Start. And basically what he was saying is, we wake up every day and go to our 9 to 5, but when are we working on, like, if we want to create a side gig, when are we working on that? Okay? Also, if you have a family, like, you do not want to take a bunch of time away from your family to work on your side gig. So what's your 5 a.m.? When can you get up in the morning or stay up late at night when your family is maybe sleeping, where you can get your hour in to work on your side gig or something like that, and still give time to your 9 to 5 job or your regular job, and then also still give time to your family and not take away from them? So yes, either way, it's going to take some sleep away from you. It's going to be hard work. But what is your 5 a.m.? You know, when are you going to put that hour, a couple of hours in a day that you can have peace and quiet to yourself? So talking about my goals that I've set for myself, one of them is be more intentional with my time. I was listening to Dave Ramsey's daughter, Rachel Cruz. If you see a trend here, I love Dave Ramsey. I do not follow him to a T, but I do take a lot of his advice and implement it into my life. But one thing she said is that she would, I got her a contentment journal, but she said that she would wake up in the morning and immediately start scrolling through social media and comparing herself. And if you get up in the morning first thing and immediately start comparing yourself to people, what does that do for your mental for the rest of the day? Probably not very good when you see all these successful people and you're like, dang, why does my YouTube channel suck and I get like no views and all these people over here are getting thousands of views? Okay, you probably, just like others, have not seen their back work. They've probably been at it for a very long time, and it's just going to take you some time to get big also. But you need to take time to yourself, be content with what you have in order to keep a good mindset going forward. Okay? So one of mine is to be more content with my time, or be more intentional with my time, and part of that is getting up earlier and starting my day with a daily devotional to try to just get a clear mind for the day, get a good mindset to start the day, and just be more content with what I do have and be more thankful for what I do have. Another one is, like I said earlier, get more involved and learn more about investing. A lot of times we're just like, oh, our job has an investment account. Like, I'm good. I don't need to do anything beyond that. But we should, because I don't know about you, but I don't want to retire at 65. I would rather retire earlier if I could. So if I can set myself up to have a work retirement plus invest and retire early, I'm going to do it. That's the goal. And then really this year I am trying to get out of my comfort zone. This channel is part of that. Jump off the comfort zone cliff and not be afraid to do the crazy things that other people may think are crazy. Do it and learn it. You know, there may be bumps in the road, but just keep it pushing. And lastly, try to find that second source of income. Like I said, don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm looking for it. So my challenge for you is to, one, set goals, not the new year, new me goals, but set your goals. Start today, whether it be out of your comfort zone or something. Do something simple, but start it today. Thank you. See you on the next one.